Back to American Dream Garage. I'm going to continue videos from my visit to Kissimmee. This next one will be totally different. We're going to look at 5 cars that were in need of, I say, very complete restorations. 4 were not running. 1 was running. But all of them would need work. So we will look at the cars. We will look at their values, and then I would really like people's opinions on whether or not the purchasers made a profitable decision in deciding to buy these cars. You know, restoration is not cheap. If you have the ability to do it yourself like I do, I'm a hobbyist, but I've just completed, or I'm just completing work on this XKE. There are 2 XKEs in the video. And this is my second 280 SL that I've done. There's a 190 in the video, and there's also 2 Corvettes. I've done a C3 Corvette, not a C2. But we'll look at those cars, we'll assess their value, and then I would really like your opinions as to whether or not this was a profitable decision for these purchasers. Thank you. This car is a non-running 427 400, so it's a dual carb 4-speed car. It's a coupe, and not only non-running, but you know, heavily mocked up. It's got AC, which is a plus. I'm sure, well, the car isn't working, so I'm sure the AC is not working. But this car sold for $73,000, and you know, everything. I mean, it's definitely a 35-40 footer, but everything's going to have to have been redone on this car. And so I'm thinking about the value. I'll look it up from Haggerty. It's $73,000. If this car rolled in sometime next week, I'm not sure the value to restore it. The cost to restore it plus what they paid for it is recoupable. So anyway, we'll look up the values and give those to you. Another potential buy of the day, and I saw a guy that said, can you believe that 163 Corvette sold for $90,000? And I said, well, it's a Fuelie, which he didn't know. And again, pretty original. Question is obviously what's it going to take to get it running. Obviously rust free because it's a fiberglass car, but the fiberglass looks pretty straight. Again, the interior dirty, but it's all there. Carpet. You know, it might be one of those videos where you see where they detail it, but again, fuel injected. We'll get the values. A fuel injected small block in a split window is a very valuable car. You have to swallow hard on that, but someone did, and it's going to Delray Beach, Florida. XKE's over here, and specifically the brown one, because it's a manual car. It's a 74, the last year they made it. This one's a 74, but it's also an automatic, which is less desirable. And to me, the car looked in the pictures to be you know, obviously a lot of dirt and grime and things, but still straight. I think it's a rust-free car. Cars in this collection have not run in a long time, and they were pulled on stage. So it's a lot of uncertainty with it. As I look at it now, the chrome is all very rough and pitted. But the body's straight and rust-free. Again, V12. You know, I'm thinking this car, I mean, if I did the work on it myself, probably $40,000-$50,000 to get it up to a, you know, a number 3 to a number 2. But it sold for $17,000. So okay, so I'm looking down the side of this car. I mean, it's been painted. Body panels are not awesome. It's not a show quality paint job. It's missing some of the trim. The bumpers have been redone. The interior's probably been redone. The dash and steering wheel look to be original. But underneath, it was somewhat of a...
is this your vehicle?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, once the vehicle's sold, you can no longer open the hood.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, thank you. So, don't want me to open the hood, but if you look in there, it's missing major stuff. Doesn't have a radiator, doesn't have belts, it doesn't have fuel system, it doesn't have ignition system. But so this car has been started in a restoration by somebody a long time ago. So you can see the paint is faded, the chrome around the windshield is pitted, the rubber is aged. So it's an interesting car. The car could be valuable, not, I mean, again, just to look at the paint there, I'm not sure it wouldn't need to be repainted, but the car has some potential. The question is what they bought it for. I think it was $27,000. Is it a potential profit or not? Is a Jaguar Series 2. I think it's a 1970. And these cars are sought after, valuable. This car, I looked at the pictures online, looked pretty good. But man, this thing is rugged. I'm not exactly sure what's missing in here. I have a V12. I would say there's components of the AC that are missing. This thing is tired. But the paint looks bright and shiny, but multiple flaws that don't show up in the pictures. A dent and a crack, a dent and a crack. The quality of the paint is terrible. You got overspray everywhere. You got all the original rubber that's been taped off. The chrome is pitted. Top is okay. The interior is okay. It does have AC, it looks like, but none of the components are there. I don't remember that. The steering wheel is pretty aged. Underneath, I looked at it. It is a rattle can job. Again, the chrome, which looks okay on the pictures, is pitted and rusted. Gonna have to be totally redone. This is a car that someone has also put lipstick on, and not a lot of lipstick, but enough. That's all spray painted black. God knows what rust issues might exist underneath, but that's rough. Okay, so in summary, for me, if I was looking at these 5 cars to buy them and restore them, and I wasn't in the position to do that with a Florida auction for non-running cars, but to me, the 2 Jaguars, the XKE, I know what I spent on this car mechanically, and it started out to be cosmetically restored. The number of hours and the number of dollars on parts. I wouldn't attempt to restore that car. It needed so much work. The Series 2 Jaguar might have been a little different. While it would need paint and it needs the same kind of mechanical refresh, the interior was fine. And the Series 2 Roadsters have a little bit more upside in them than the V12 cars. The one that I thought that was the most interesting was the 62 Mercedes. Those cars have appreciated significantly, as you could see from the Haggerty values, and the bones of that car were pretty solid. Someone had done some work to that car. Unfortunately, something must have happened to stop it. But while it didn't run and it was missing parts, I think it wouldn't take a whole lot to get that car to at least a number 3, if not a number 2. On the Corvettes, to me, those were borderline to me. If I look at that, the Fuelie, at all in, it was actually over 100,000. To get that car to be a premium car, I think you would spend at least 100,000 to get it to be possibly a $200,000+ car. And the 67 Coupe at $73,000, to me, some of you may know Corvettes better. I didn't see anything special other than being a 427 390 car. That would say that if you put $30,000 in that car to get it to be a number 3 or number 2, that you'd be able to recoup your money. So that's my summary. Again, I'm interested in hearing everybody else's opinions, and thank you for watching.